Analyzing price action at the end of the day is one way to improve your trading. You'll often be able to identify setups that are repeatable. On this YouTube channel, I've described the 9 EMA VWAP crossover multiple times before. Today was a day in which we had a clean opportunity to the downside. Now with this video, we want to make sure to go over the multiple confluences, as any one reason to take a trade is generally not strong enough. There is opportunities today to trade the markets to the short side as well as to the long side, and I want to point out the general confluences that I look for. On top of that, we're going to take a look at some options. We're also going to take a look at some advanced data available from Quant's trading app, but let's start with some of the free tools that are available to all traders, starting with the 9 EMA. So let's make this full screen right here. I'm using the 3-minute time frame. This is my preferred time frame for intraday scalps and identifying momentum. The market's gapped down today. So whenever it gaps down, also pay attention to notice that I have my extended hours turned off. This is something I learned almost 10 years ago from Michael Edwards. The VWAP is this gray level here, and this is the 9 EMA. Now when the market gaps down, we want to wait for when the 9 EMA crosses over VWAP to the downside, and this will often present a trade opportunity. You will often see a technical pattern that forms in that area. If you are a momentum based trader, you look for this setup and you trade it in the direction of the momentum. So in this case here, it would be to the downside. The market's gaps down, the 9 EMA is trending down, the VWAP is also trending down. This confluence is what you look for. These tools are available to all traders. Now, how can we take it a step further? At the beginning of every week, I like to label the important gamma exposure levels on my chart. Now, this happens to be a week in which there are a lot of gamma exposure levels on the chart, but as you guys can see, this is something I do every single week, and I keep it up on one of my monitors. This is a week in which the strike price of 750 is extremely significant. So knowing that means if it lines up with anything intraday, it can present a massive opportunity. 750, if we turn this on right here, happens to be this strike right here. So I just highlighted 750. The market's had Confluence at 750 as we have a technical pattern that was forming. We had the 9 EMA and we also had VWAP. All of these things converging at the same area is presenting a trade opportunity. It's not always going to work out, but it means it knows where we can enter our trade and more importantly, where to put our stop loss. A trader looking for this type of opportunity that is patient is busy spending this time analyzing their risk. In other words, if they're going to get shorts around here, their stop loss may be above this level here, about 50 cents in risk, and you're essentially looking for a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. In other words, about here. Now we can use other tools to look for our profit targets, such as gamma exposure levels. So on a day like today, we had, this is what's referred to as the gamma flip. Now this gamma flip is a level that I identify at the beginning of the week and I leave it up for the duration of the week. Also, all of the levels on my charts are coming from every expiration. So I do an analysis of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday expirations, and then I plot the significant levels on my charts. I have links in the description down below to previous videos in which I described this. But as the market sold off, momentum carried it all the way down to this significant strike here. Now, as a trader looking for a long setup, let's just say you were not someone that was looking for the shorts, there is equally an opportunity to get long as there is multiple confluences down at that level. The first one being we have the gamma flip. Now, something I've talked about on this YouTube channel before as another free indicator that almost every trader should know about at this point is the RSI. On the 15-minute time frame on the ES with extended hours on, I like to look for the RSI being either oversold or overbought. This is nothing proprietary about this. I'm not adjusting or customizing the settings. I leave it at the default 30 and 70. One trader might say it's better to put it at 70 or 80. You can use your discretion, back test it, and see what works best for you. For me, I like 15-minute time frame, the RSI for intraday confluences. Now I have a VPOC on this chart. The volume profile that you guys see on my chart here is something that I've been doing videos on for years. The link for this study is in the description down below, and it is available for for free on the Quant Trading app. This is just a significant zone from the volume profile that's left over from a few weeks ago, and this point of control has been in place, so I have left it up. The market sold off and came down to this point of control. We can see as we just jump back a couple weeks here, this area was significant. As we can see, there are high volume nodes right here. So this is an area of Confluence. It is an area from the volume profile that we know to pay attention to. On top of that, the RSI was oversold at this level. That was the same point in time as the SPY came down to the G flip. I do my analysis again at the beginning of the week, and then I share my notes within the Quant Trading app Discord. So this is the levels before the market gets down to here. These are a little bit of some of my notes. I know the strong support levels or the expected strong support and strong resistance levels. I have my own personal bias based on the gamma exposure levels, but the point of why I'm trying to show this is something that is expected before price gets here. I know to look for a bounce if the market gets down to this area, and that is premeditated from a Monday morning. So it is not a surprise, or it's not something that's unexpected. As the market sells off, I'm essentially waiting to see how price is going to interact with the level. On top of that, we have a gap fill. This is a gap on the charts. The market closed here last week Friday, and then we gapped up on Monday. As we can see, it came down and it filled the gap. So we have a gap fill. This is something that I've talked about in other videos when we are looking for setups. If there's confluence with a gap, then that's going to add extra confluence to your trade. Now, using something that's proprietary is the Quant Trading app intraday script. These levels are coming straight from studies that are populated from Quant Trading app every day. We copy and paste these levels and we put it on our chart, and we put it into our Thinkorswim or our TradingView platform. This is the code here. Again, it is generated daily. We put it on the charts and it populates these levels before price gets here. So we have the gap fill. That's what this dash line is letting us know. That is the fill from last week's Friday, as this is where the markets close. But we also have this, what's called the intraday zone. So this is a couple confluences right here. The intraday zone, we have the weekly close from last week, and we also have a gap fill. Those are three confluences from the SPX. On the SPY, we have this predominantly strong gamma exposure strike, as well as 745 being right below it. So that becomes this entire area. I left it hollow here, as it is an area where positive and negative gamma is going to be battling it out. That tends to act as a support. On top of that, we have the RSI level, and we have a point of control, and we have a lot of high volume nodes on the volume profile. So we have the volume profile, we have the RSI, we have gamma exposure, we have a proprietary Quant Trading app code letting us know, we have a gap fill. All of these things are multiple confluences, and this is going to increase your edge as a trader. So if you're looking to take the trade long, you're essentially then going to wait for some sort of setup to present itself. A setup in price action might be something like this. If this is the technical pattern that formed, maybe you take the trade as the market breaks out of this triangle. This could be your indication to get long, as it is a massive hammer candle that is forming. One trader might even call this some sort of doji candle, but at the end of the day, this is showing us right here the sentiments behind traders, and that can be a reason to get long. Someone that is using the 3-minute time frame might wait for the markets to get back and hold above the 9 EMA. So in other words, this can be their entry, and then they're setting their stop loss maybe below the low of day, maybe scaling into their position across this 30-45 minute span. At the end of the day, there's multiple opportunities in time to get into the trade. This is the 750 put. So let's just say this is early in the morning and you're looking to take the trade short here anytime in this time frame. So this is between 9:45 and we'll call it 9:50 or so. I just put an average for where this contract would have been around that time frame. So let's just call it $7. You're essentially scalping this down to the expected target, which would be 7,500 in my opinion. So let's just say you're getting shorts anywhere around here. Your profit target is going to be about 7,500. This is just a bonus at this point, but if you're getting short here, I would expect the market to hold at this level, as this is a key significant area. 7,500 is a significant strike for the 0DTE gamma exposure. We're going to take a look at that in a second also, but I'm just using an example so you guys can see whether you scalp the trade from here to here. At the end of the day, it is anywhere between a 50 to 100% return in under 30 minutes. Obviously, this contract went all the way up to $25. This is again the 0DTE 7,500 strike, but no one is going to get the exact bottom and get the exact top. So we're using an expected realistic target. Now for the long side, this is the 7,500 call. This is during this area down here when the market was at the expected support for the day. So this multi-confluence area, this was about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So this is 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Anywhere in this time frame, let's just say you jump the gun and you get into trade really early and you get the contract for maybe $8, and then you scale in, you get another one at maybe, you know, $6.50 or so. At the end of the day, I think it's realistic to expect a trader at this point in time is getting in around $7 to $6. So I'm just using, you know, $6.50, we'll call it as the average. The scalp essentially is back up to VWAP. So if you are getting long down here or anywhere in this area, your target is essentially going to be VWAP, which is right here. That is a scalp essentially from here to here. Boom, in and out. A decent trade. Now, if we are holding for a longer possibility, this is where we need some sort of additional confluences. Something as simple as the opening range is what some traders might use. This is the opening range right here. And if the market has broken down below the opening range, a lot of traders know to expect that range to act as some sort of support and resistance as the market gets back up to it. So that could be a reason to close out the trade. At the end of the day, you want to have a reason for entering your trade. You want to have an expected stop loss. And more importantly, you want to also know what your expected profit target is. Those are the three ingredients that you need to know or have some sort of an idea before you take your position. Now, we have additional tools within quant trading apps. Something like the SPX Trade Engine is going to supply additional data. It's going to show us the gamma exposure at intervals throughout the day, but it also has a chart that is going to put a lot of this data on an actual chart. So this is an example of the price action as the market was trading here today. Pay attention to this power strike. This is a proprietary level within quant trading app. Let me just pause it right here. So this is just letting us know that 7,500 is significant, but we also have the absolute gamma strike, which dropped down to 7,500. So any trader that's a 0DTE trader already knows this is a key level, but within quant trading app, this is confirming that. So as the market has sold off, it is now getting to the one expected move from the open. We also have another significant support down here, which is going to add additional confluence. This is the first green 15-minute candle. So let's just jump back for a second here. This is the first green that we see that's forming. So it formed right after the market's bounce at this significant strike. So as it comes back down, we want to pay attention to see what's happening. So this, again, is just this that we're seeing right here on the chart, and I'm just playing it out as this is a replay as what was happening. We as traders know 7,480 is a significant strike. The data is telling us this. This is the 1 sigma expected close for today that is calculated from the quant trading app Trade Engine. At this point in time, a trader is looking for Confluence at this level. We would expect the markets to bounce up to 7,500. That is why we are looking at the 7,500 call. It is not a random strike we are choosing. There is over an hour to decide if the trade is good or not for you. So that's why I highlighted from here to here, just a rough estimate of about an hour. Any point in time around here, the market is giving us the opportunity to take the trade. Again, we've already established all of the confluences. I'm just adding additional confluences or adding additional context to the position and showing you guys something like this is going to provide an extra edge. So this is the market hitting that profit target of 7,500, and obviously the call went in the money. These are the types of opportunities that the market presents itself. Knowing how to read price action is important. Knowing how to look for confluences and then having the right tools available to you can really improve your day trading. I'm enjoying day trading again. I'm predominantly a swing trader, or I predominantly trade complex spreads. This is an example of a position in which I have running for later in this week here. It is a broken wing put butterfly. Position was up $1,200 at market close. I didn't take any profits on this. You guys can see it was a swing trade from the previous couple days. $480 is what this position made today. It was up more as the market was at 4,800, but I'm continuing to hold it because, as you guys can see, it is asymmetrical and I also have no risk really to the upside, so I'm willing to hold this position. There are some other smaller positions that I have down here for next week and then later in the month, but we're not really talking about those. Actually, let me just isolate just this week so you guys can see a clean, read. Here we go. So this is just, as you guys can see, it's unchecked. This is just the options for Friday expiration that I have on the SPX. But this video is not about my options portfolio right now, as I've done videos on that also. I just really wanted to talk about the opportunities that the market presents. I scalped the futures on these types of setups here. I didn't trade the options as I wanted a little bit of a break from options. So sometimes I'll just jump into the futures and I would just trade the ES or the MES as I see fits. But again, this is not a video about my P&L. It was more so a theoretical video to point out setups as well as what you can be looking for, as I am actively sharing the things that I interpret when I'm watching price action. There was Confluences also with the ADD, as it was weak all day. As we can see here, it was continuing to just sell off. So even as the markets bounce, that gave me the conviction to not continue to hold any long trades. And I actually had an afternoon short. It was the ADD that added that Confluence, and we also had the ADSPD that was weak the entire day. So knowing those two things were struggling to bounce did not give me the conviction or the expectation that the market was actually going to bounce all the way back up to the high of day. It actually ended up contributing in me placing a hedge for later in the week, as I came on here and shared. This is it. I got a little bit of protection just in case, as I started to notice that there was a lot of net negative gamma growing at 740. There was a lot of absolute gamma. This is just a snapshot from Quant Trading app, and this is at 3:52, so 8 minutes before the markets closed. I was just really doing another analysis as I was trying to understand why was the market so weak from an internal standpoint. So I'll generally take a look at the ADD, the ADSPD, and gamma exposure to get a little bit of insights and what may happen later in the week. I'm continuing to hold, again, my major position here. So this is accounting for if the market was to be down about another 1 to 2% or 1 to 1.5% or so. But I just wanted to add some extra juice by just, just throwing on a couple extra protection. But I do have a bunch of other positions running. Anyway, I'm wrapping this video up here now. If you learned something, let me know in the comments down below. Like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're new here. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. Take care.